These two sides. For Adelaide, Carl Veert's team can move top of the table if they get one over Melbourne. Victory need a win to climb back into the six. Let's have a look at the two sides. Carl Veert has made two changes. In goal, where James Delinoff is only fit enough for a place on the bench with a groin strain, it's Ethan Cox's first start of the season, his second appearance of his career. Ryan Kitto also returns after missing last weekend's trip to Wellington, with his wife, who was and still is expecting the birth of their child. Javi Lopez drops out. Former Victory players Jay Barnett and Ben Falami will play against their former club for the first time in their careers. While for Melbourne Victory, three changes for Arthur Dillis's side, but not in goal, where Jack Duncan holds his place. Mitch Langerak returns to the A-League on the bench. First up, Jason Guerrier has left to join Japanese club Alberix Niigata. Josh Rawlins comes in for him. And on the other fullback flank, it's Casey Boss who returns for Adama Traore. In attack, Reno Piscopo is rested as Claris Mario Santos comes in alongside Bruno Fornaroli and Daniel Arzani in attack. Well, there is Carl Veert. He has a very even record against Melbourne Victory as coach. 10 games played in the A-League, 4 wins, 2 draws and 4 losses. And alongside him, Travis Dodd, one of the top scorers in this fixture's history for Adelaide, because Mark Milligan has headed off to join the Malaysian FA. Arthur Dillis, well, 5 games in to the head coaching role, still without a win. I've heard from a very reliable source that he has indeed signed an 18-month contract as head coach, but the club yet to announce his appointment. Ali Reza Fagani takes charge of this one, the Iranian, his 101st A-League match, being assisted by Anton Shetinen and Henry Day. Daniel Cook is the 4th official. Great to see Coopers a sellout, the away bays as well, and our 2 sets of players champing at the bit to get started in this one. It is very, very hot, 33 degrees Celsius at kickoff, so we will have drinks breaks midway through each half. There is Stephen Moore, the 29-year-old, 4 goals this season. He's the only member of the current Adelaide squad to ever have scored for Adelaide against Melbourne Victory. Ryan Kitto got 1 goal against Victory, but he was playing for Newcastle 11 years ago. Bruno Fornaroli, he scored 17 in 20 in all competitions against Adelaide in his 8.5 seasons in Australia. And it's Melbourne Victory looking to end that run of 5 A-League matches without victory, in desperate need of the points to climb back into the 6. But they're undefeated in their last 6 against Adelaide, including 5 original rivalry clashes in the A-League competition. For Adelaide, Andy Harper, top spot is the carrot, as if they needed one. And it is Ben Falami against his former club. Straight onto the front foot, first corner.
One of the biggest nights on the A-League calendar. Melbourne Victory away to Adelaide. Adelaide go top with a win. Melbourne get into the 6 with a win. What's not to love about the next 90 minutes or so of high-octane football? Forget the heat. It won't affect the players. They'll just go for it. They always do. And it's always a great watch.
So much so that we heard that neither club wanted drinks breaks despite the heat. Ball in, back post. Daniel Arzani with a thumping defensive header. Jay Barnett, the former Victory man, finds his former Victory teammate in Ben Falami. Jay Barnett, who just signed a new 3-year contract after missing the entirety of last season with that very serious hamstring injury. Clearly has the backing of Carl Veert. He's been into his 3rd season now, his 2nd full season with Adelaide. Injured every time they played Victory before tonight. Roderick Miranda. He was quick to assimilate the importance of this fixture to Melbourne Victory fans. He's already been sent off in this one. In the past, Zinedine Machache, he's scored in this fixture in a 2-0 win for Melbourne Victory. The Frenchman on the charge, looking for Fornaroli. We know how important he is, Zinedine Machache, to Victory's attacking play. Santos got his first A-League goal last time out in that spectacular 3-4 defeat to Western United. As Barnett slip, referee Alireza Fagani allowing play to continue. Little chip over the top. Looking for Jordi Valadon, no way through. Heavy contact already there. And now Dylan Parias. And the match, as you'd expect, starting at 1,000,000 miles an hour.
Fantastic, isn't it? There'll be very few lulls in this game, particularly with Alireza Fagani, who doesn't like to stop the matches, and there's a trend anyway mandated from the top for the match officials to have a higher threshold, particularly in the physical confrontation. There's the completely accidental clash. Thankfully, both players are back to their feet. Those don't tickle. Joe Barnett has hit the turf a couple of times already, highlighting the combative nature of this fixture.
Missed just the one match so far this season, Jay Barnett. Machache with Arzani. Boss ahead of him. Arzani looking to curl that one. Big night for Ethan Cox in the Adelaide goal as well. Just the one previous appearance in the league. As the crowd live. Falami on the front foot, past Teague, past Rawlins. And the shot saved by Jack Duncan.
Great run. Poor execution at the end. It was superb work done on the near touchline by Parias. Smashed into Arzani, who now leads the way for Victory.
And now Machache can score from this kind of range. Ethan Cox watches it wide of the post.
But having done so well, Ben Falami, it's turned into a shot, but he did mean to square that, I'd say. At least I hope that's what he was trying to do, because he had support charging through, and that angle to goal was very narrow. The door ajar for Melbourne Victory this evening, Robbie. Two really anemic home performances by two of the Sydney teams. The Wanderers last night and Sydney at home. Flattered to deceive, really, the scorelines and the late drama in both matches, but both teams well beaten with so much to play for at home in front of their fans. It means now that the Victory can make their own statement here against a very, very difficult assignment. What a game this will be.
And it's one for Santos to chase Panakikianis, the youngster, in just his second season of A-League football, alongside Bart Vriens in his first season, but the vastly experienced Dutchman. Panakikianis' first match against Melbourne Victory, his first taste of the original rivalry. We know it's an important date for the Adelaide youngsters as well, coming through the ranks, who have grown up with this fixture as the one they came to watch and support, and now, for a few of them, they find themselves on the pitch. Miranda looks long, big raking diagonal ball for Santos,
of whom I'm expecting plenty tonight. I think he's been impressive off the bench. He's had limited opportunities because of the firepower that Victory have in wide positions. Arzani, Piscopo, Valupule, all ahead of him in the queue, evidently, but he's done well when he's got the chance, and I'm looking forward to seeing how he goes from kick-off.
Here's Machache looking up, cutting it back. Only two to aim for in the middle. Fornaroli wanted it back post, Arzani near post, and he split the two. Not convincingly dealt with by Dylan Parias. Jordi Valadon on the ball, the diminutive midfielder. Scored the winner in the Cup semi-final against Adelaide in the last minute. He's still looking for his first A-League goal as Arzani is well marshalled out of that one by Bart Vriens.
Who, Robbie, in a season where players have been dropping like flies with injury, Vriens, after a late start, has managed to deal with the rigours, and that's got to be a huge solace to Adelaide. There's a lot of nervousness from the player himself about his ability to last physically, but as I said, plenty of players have been dropping around the league, but he's standing strong in the centre of Adelaide's defence still and doing a terrific job.
Falami again against Rawlins. Mashash with an outstretched foot and then a nice little dribble to find some space. Teague helps it forward. Fornaroli, this is good football from Victory. Santos on the charge against Vriens. Santos finding space for the shot. It might have taken a deflection as well. It's well dealt with by Ethan Cox.
A terrific run. Awkward one to save in the end because the ball seemed to be bobbling, but he's got a beautiful balance and length of stride as he runs, and Vriens doesn't know whether to turn inside. He's slightly lost balance, and Santos looked to take that opportunity, but again, Vriens recovered really well. And awkward for Ethan Cox, who does very well himself to see the ball away.
First corner of the evening for the away side. Ryan T to take. In it comes. Back post. Santos there again. Oh, and he snatched at it when he had time to pick his spot. Let's head down to Max Burford with Bruce Jitte on the sidelines for us this evening.
Evening all. Thankfully not too hot in the shade, but a lot of fans still cooking in the sun here. A brilliant atmosphere. What an advertisement for A-League football. This is a sold-out crowd. Huge travelling support. The best travelling fans in the league. We all know that about Melbourne Victory. Brucey, it's a pressure cooker tonight.
It's absolutely electric out there. So privileged to be on the sidelines this afternoon, Maxie, but really interested to see how Victory go without Jason Guerrier, who's commanding the troops out there. There's not overly vocal so far, notwithstanding a very quick and fiery start, and it's good to see Falami causing a bit of trouble, and here he comes again.
It is found by Stephen Moore. Falami running at Rawlins again, shoots, saved by Jack Duncan.
Well, that was definitely, unmistakably, a good shooting opportunity which Falami made for himself, and would have caused Jack Duncan a little bit of grief, even if it was slightly directed a bit better to either side of the keeper. And again, sprightly on the counter-attack, Adelaide. So too Victory when they've had the chance. Opening 10 minutes has been good, as expected.
Already Falami causing Josh Rawlins a few headaches. Jason Guerrier's replacement at right back. Jack Duncan also big night for him because Mitch Langerak is back and on the bench this evening.
They must have got that paperwork sorted out pretty late in the week, Robbie, because all the talk up until almost
Thursday.
Yeah. And so now, is the clock ticking on Jack Duncan? Does he have a reasonable chance to keep the Thierry Tiger out of the starting 11? Great to see Mitch back in the country. What a fabulous career he's had. Fabulous Victory man, but Duncan's been excellent.
That paperwork, despite everyone knowing that the deal was going through, still hadn't received international clearance as of Thursday for Mitch Langerak to be able to take part today, but that obviously came through. He was on the plane. Here's Kikianis with Vriens. Zach Clough felt he was in an offside position, so doesn't contest that one. Here's Roderick Miranda. He's the leader at the back, along with that Jason Guerrier. Brendan Hamill as well, a very experienced defender at the back, so they still have quality back there. Even Josh Rawlins has had a period overseas in the Netherlands. He's got one A-League goal to his name, Josh Rawlins, with his home club of Perth before joining Melbourne Victory, and of course it came against Adelaide, as it would.
Well, he's an excellent young player, and unforgivably long lack of football since he's been back, but that's because Jason Guerrier is so good and been doing so well. But it's the chance now for Rawlins to make right back his own.
Teague with Hamill. Hamill, who opened the scoring last weekend against Western United with a very well-taken goal. Alagich does well against Mashash. Ooh, Ryan Kitto looked like he may have fell a little awkwardly there. Didn't travel last weekend to Wellington because his wife was expecting the birth of their child, Ryan Kitto. Well, it didn't happen. She still hasn't given birth. But the fact that this game is at home at Cooper's, he was able to get away. Mashash's touch for Rawlins, a heavy one, gives it straight to Ryan Kitto. Valadon with Casey Boss. With Ethan Cox, Kikianis with Kitto up the line with Falami. Little touch for Ethan Alagich again. Adelaide happy to take a little bit of time. Now they look long towards Stephen Mork making that run from deep. Amazingly, the only Adelaide player in this squad to have scored against Melbourne Victory for Adelaide. It came 4 years ago, 2021, at Marvel Stadium, where he got a double in a 3-1 victory. Kikianis looks long. Archie Goodwin hasn't seen too much of the ball so far with a little glancing touch. Fornaroli, good use of the body, can't release Arzani, and then he goes sliding in Bruno and apologising profusely.
Good header from Boss, needed to be, because Rios was blind side and running into space. If he doesn't make that header, Casey Boss, Victory have got some questions to answer in defence, as it is. They're playing with great composure at the moment, the visitors.
Now Valadon looks up, big switch of play. Casey Boss. Free kick goes. Ali Reza Fagani, who is a big game referee as well. One of the 4 fully professional referees in Australia. Kitto for Falami again against Rawlins. Comes inside again, there's a little bit of space. He was trying to roll it in towards Ryan Kitto, but the pass was under hit. There is Valtteri Bottas, the reserve driver for Mercedes, in the house. Ahead of the Grand Prix, he's just seen himself, well, if ever there was a place to be seen, it's at the original rivalry match.
Someone told him the race is in Melbourne. Did he take a wrong turn at the Nullarbor or something?
Used to be in Adelaide, wasn't it?
Shouldn't take him long to get there anyway.
Cox Amazing situation with the goalkeeping ranks at Adelaide. James Delinoff, who picked up a little bit of a groin strain, was feeling sore, didn't train earlier in the week. And then yesterday in training it was decided that Ethan Cox would start in goal and that Max Vartuli would be on the bench until Vartuli badly dislocated his finger in training. That's a great ball and a good touch from Teague, and it's a great finish. Ryan Teague, cool as you like, with the run from midfield into the box, one touch, lifting it over Cox. And Melbourne Victory looking to continue their excellent run in the original rivalry match, have an early lead here.
Well, starts the attack from deep, which is where he's done some of his best work. And the Harvey Norman replay, this fine player has finished off a sweeping move with a fine touch. He's got a beautiful left foot on him, but he starts his attack and then just makes the forward run, relying on his teammates to provide the necessary linkage until then. And they find him, edge of the box, and he just loops the ball over Ethan Cox to give Victory the lead. It's a great goal.
And he is now Melbourne Victory's leading scorer this season with 3. He got a penalty late on to equalise against the Wanderers. He scored in the first Melbourne derby of the season in the 3-1 win over Melbourne City. And now he's scored in another massively important match and perhaps another massively important goal as well. Valadon for Mashash. So comfortable running with the ball. Here's Arzani. Looks back. Mashash. Valadon. Nice football this from Melbourne Victory. Fornaroli. Santos, the chance to run at Kitto, one-on-one. Santos goes at him, gets the ball cut back. Ethan Alagich is there. Little touch from Goodwin, but Miranda quickly trying to get Victory back on the front foot. And this is a familiar sight this season. This Melbourne Victory side that looked good in attack, looked good going forward. The big question is, can they keep it going? Can they take this into the second half?
Well, the answer so far under Arthur Dillis, unfortunately, has been no. They've continued to play some breathtaking football. They're in the middle of a purple patch in this game at the moment.
Arzani, Mashash on the right foot, and again he just clamps down on it and drags it across the face of goal. He wants a corner.
But the style of football and the goal they've scored has certainly thrown the gauntlet down to Adelaide. And they'll respond, the Reds. It's a matter of how well Dillis's team responds to their response. And on we go for the next 80-odd minutes of football, give or take.
Ethan Cox, just to finish that story, which was interrupted by the first goal of the match.
How rude of them.
Max Vartuli dislocated his finger in training yesterday so badly that he needed anaesthetic to try and put it back in place. It wouldn't pop back, and so he needed, medically, the doctors saying at least 24 hours before he could play. Arzani on the front foot. Arzani still bypasses Mashash, perhaps not intentionally. Oh, that was a little reckless from Kitto. Didn't make contact on Santos. Now Mashash again. You can see the respect that he receives from opposition players, Zinedine Mashash, because if they dive in often, he's got the technique and the strength to just go past them. That's a clever little nod down. Santos, square ball arriving. Arzani! Good save, Cox. Brilliant stop.
Very, very good save from Cox and necessary. Adelaide's midfield opened up completely and zero response from the Adelaide midfielders once the initial penetration was made. Arzani under pressure gets the first-time effort on goal. Cox adjusts really well. That's a tricky bit of work for the keeper to deal with.
There is James Delinoff watching from the stands. Had a late fitness test that said if you do play, you're not allowed to take goal kicks. but he's there on the bench just in case. Cox punches. You can hear the Adelaide crowd looking to get on the back of the Melbourne Victory players as well. That's part of the charm of coming to Cooper's. One of the reasons why so many of the players, opposition players, like to come here as well, because you feed off the energy that you get from the crowd. A rare touch for Zach Clough in the first 22 minutes of this one. The Englishman has it back again, but not for long.
Just not good enough in possession, Adelaide, at the moment. Under-hitting passes, miscontrolling the ball. They're rattled, the Reds.
Fornaroli with Mashash. Oh, that's a lovely pass for Fornaroli. Almost got it back to Zinedine Mashash. Ryan Kitto doing brilliantly. And now Archie Goodwin, who's got pace to burn, taking on Hamill. Goodwin looking for a shooting opportunity. He's got numbers forward in support now. Mork, he just couldn't get it out of his feet. He had two options to his right. Goodwin now forces Falami wide. Now Parias. Back out with Freens. Kitto. Barnett. That's a nice touch. Clough. Now for the pace of Parias. Down that right-hand side. The cross towards Goodwin. Cleared by Boss. Arzani back again. That's a good ball. Arzani with space to turn. Parias not at home. Clough can't go with him. Here's Mashash taking on Breens and going past him. Mashash now needs to find an option. Fornaroli looking to add to his 5 goals in the last 4 original rivalry matches.
Well, in all the time we've watched Bruno Fornaroli play, that's probably the least convincing effort towards goal, but ref blows it up for the first drinks break of the evening. 1 each half. I'll tell you what, that 24 minutes didn't half fly.
And it is hot. Time for a quick drinks break. Melbourne Victory probably don't want to stop at the moment. They are right on top here. Let's head back down to the sidelines and get the thoughts of Max and Bruce. What have you made of that opening 25 minutes, gentlemen?
Well, it's fizzing around, isn't it? Bruce, first of all, you've noted the pitch, it's got a lot of water in it and it's quick, and the Reds aren't playing it that well.
It's certainly favouring Melbourne Victory at the moment. Their touch is better, they're sharper, they're able to circulate that ball much better, and they're getting through Adelaide United's midfield a bit too easily and exposing their defence. That's something Carl Veert's going to want to rectify in this short break.
We have seen it once already. Valtteri Bottas, Formula One legend. He's a backup driver for Mercedes this year. He is, of course, going to be in the Race of Champions in Sydney. That'll be live on 10 March 7 and 8. We will have the GP as well. He is a superstar. I don't know what's going on behind him, to be honest, but he's here having a good time. He's here for the Tour Down Under. They took the Formula One Grand Prix out of Adelaide, Melbourne, but they haven't taken our bike race yet. We've still got that. He's here hosting an event for that. Great to have all the stars in the house in absolutely packed and rocking Cooper Stadium.
Well, when it comes to the hottest ticket in town at the moment, it is right here at Hindmarsh Stadium, Cooper Stadium these days. Adelaide looking to move top of the table. It's their best start to a season since 2012-13, when they had 25 points after 11 matches from 7 wins and 4 draws, undefeated. But this is not a bad start all the same. They also have a couple of games in hand, and most of the other sides in the 6 as well, having already had a couple of byes. Their next game is in midweek against Auckland, and their game next weekend has been moved against Brisbane to a later date. So they'll have time to breathe in what has been a mad month of January for most of the clubs. number of the clubs also looking towards the January transfer window. No news out of Adelaide as to any possible comings or goings. They're a side that has sold in the last couple of seasons to a good degree. The likes of Gauchi and Irankunda have moved on. Hiroshi Ibasuki headed to Western United. But there was Bovalina, another one, Popovic, as they're in behind them here. The opportunity for Falami. Very good piece of defending from Hamill. There's Valadon. Barnett, can Adelaide manage to put their foot on the ball a little bit here, because as you mentioned, they're losing that midfield battle at the moment. Stefan Mork has been such an influential player for them this season. Ethan Alagic, Jay Barnett, Zach Clough. We've barely seen them. Here is Mork releasing Kitto this time. The cutback is a good one for Falami. Shoots wide again. He's had the best chances.
But your reference there to Stefan Mork was really timely, Bobby, because the action they've had so far has been in counter-attack. This is the first time where they were delivering a ball into midfield, and the recipient was Stefan Mork in that advanced position who could turn and play the flank. That's the staple of Adelaide when they're dominating field, dominating possession. Those inside right and inside left positions become so important for them, but they haven't been able to utilise them yet because they haven't kept the ball. Maybe the drinks break, as much as they didn't support the notion pre-kick-off, came at just the right time for them. Break victories, momentum, and get themselves back into some sort of flow.
And the game is being played at a very good pace in this opening half an hour. We have had the little drinks break, of course. We've also only had the one free kick given so far in 29 minutes. And perhaps that shouldn't be a surprise, because these are the two sides who have given away the fewest free kicks in the A-League this season. Adelaide have given the ball away, though. Parias. He found Mashash, but he's done well to win it back, Dylan Parias, against Daniel Arzani. Boss, you can see Mashash screaming for the ball, the little 1-2. No foul again for Ali Reza Fagani. Play on. Goodwin. Good header on for Mork. Falami tells Kitto to leave it, but Kitto won't be denied. Now Alagic with Vreens. Alagic, who looks like he's really playing as a second six today alongside Jay Barnett. He has played higher up the pitch this season. Kikianis. That's a good ball. Mork's run is brilliant, and so is the finish. And Stefan Mork is still the only Adelaide player to have scored against Melbourne Victory. But importantly, he's done it again. All square. Half an hour gone at Cooper's.
Well, the drinks breaker's done its trick. Because out of that drinks break, Adelaide have rediscovered themselves. And from this position of settled possession that they were able to maintain, Stefan Mork just busts Victory wide open with a beautiful run out of midfield. Must have been a lack of communication from the Victory defenders. And once he's in behind and swings that right boot towards goal, Jack Duncan is in big trouble. And so is Victory. And the score is back level. And the game has turned on the drinks break. Now Victory have to respond.
Goal number 5 of the season for Stephen Moore. Number 30 of a career that has taken him to Japan, as well as the Netherlands. In his 3rd spell at Adelaide United. The Adelaide local, he knows what this fixture means as well. It's his 5th career goal against Melbourne Victory as well. He's only done better against Brisbane, where he has 6. Oh, great ball for Boss. Drives it across the face of goal. Fornaroli rather couldn't get there in time. Santos. Alagic clears anywhere.
What a lovely pass from Daniel Arzani, and Boss in behind. He fairly whacked the ball across the face of the goal. Difficult for an intended recipient to control any sort of finish, but a better little patch for Victory after their great opening 20 minutes.
Good challenge from Dylan Pereas, who's played every minute of the season so far for Adelaide. He might have just hurt his right shin there in diving in and across.
That's a great tackle. Can't afford to get much wrong once he's committed himself there. All ball as he hooks that right leg around Boss. It's a decent athletic contest, that too, by the way. Pereas v Boss.
And with James Delinov starting on the bench today, Pereas the only Adelaide player to have played every minute of the season so far, as Teague looks up and Bruno Fornaroli asking him what that was all about.
Yeah, probably just lost a bit of patience there, Ryan Teague. Scorer of a fine goal. So to Stephen Moore. Plenty in the opening half hour, Rod, to justify the pre-game billing of Adelaide v Victory. Oof.
Still feeling it, Stephen Moore. I think it'd take more than that to get him off in a big game like this, though. Mind you, he has only completed the 90 minutes once this season. He's come off in 10 of the 11 games. Nice from Roderick Miranda. Arzani. Again, no free kick given. Arzani asking if there wasn't perhaps just a little bit of a push. Goodwin in an offside position, so he has to wait till Victory have a touch of the ball.
Even then, as that ball goes over Roderick Miranda's head, he turned and saw that Brendan Hamill had formed a partnership that wasn't square with him, and he immediately remonstrated. This is where the goal came from. The Victory's back line was like a dog's hind leg, and Stephen Moore punctured it, and stung by that concession as the ball goes over Miranda's head, he turns to Brandon Hamill and says, "Mate, you've got to be up with me."
Now, the free kick eventually goes Adelaide's way. The crowd were getting involved in that one as well, getting noisy. Here's Zach Clough for Pereas. Look at the space for Dylan Pereas. He took too long. Arzani closed him down.
It's a brilliant run from Arzani. It's the big part of his game that with maturity he's looked to address, and that is working back to help defence. Fully alert to the danger of Dylan Pereas. He dropped the clutch and made up whatever ground he could. Excellent from Arzani.
Archie Goodwin with the high press. It's going to be a goal kick for Melbourne Victory. Arthur Dillis must be wondering just how his side can't take a trick at the moment, since he has taken over the head coaching role. There he is, the former assistant to Patrick Kisnorbo, before that to Tony Popovic. Arthur Papas at Newcastle as well. He was at Western Sydney and Santi in Greece with Tony Popovic as the free kick goes against Stephen Moore. Ali Reza giving it the eyes. I'm not sure there was too much in it.
Carl close up in slow-mo. How good.
And I think the end of that was, "You got to be joking."
Yeah. Well, he's pretty combustible, Carl, as we know. Affable off the field, but in the 90 minutes he's pretty wide. Let's hope the slow-mo camera is poised to get some of that. Be great telly.
If ever there is a team that should be worried about coming here to Adelaide, it's Melbourne Victory, who are a fast-starting, slow-finishing side of late. Adelaide have not lost this season when conceding the opening goal, and they've done it again here, and they're on the charge. Clough finds Falami. Falami, one-on-one. Oh, that's a good save from Duncan, tipping it over the crossbar.
Well, he's edging closer than Falami. He's had 4 efforts on goal. One of them was meant to be a cross. With everything since, he's forced some work from Jack Duncan. This is the best of it. Very clever on halfway from Archie Goodwin to suck in the central defender and leave the space. But he's hobbling, is Goodwin, after that contribution, which will worry Adelaide United fans.
The corner, finding Alagic, but the pass to Alagic wasn't good enough for the training ground move, but Alagic has it back, and he's got a good shot on him as well. Scored his first A-League goal this season.
Well, the game has pivoted almost completely. Victory have had a couple of moments since the drinks break, but it's really been all Adelaide, as it was all Victory up until then. Fitting on that basis that the scores are locked at 1-1. They've each had decent chunks of dominance.
Well, let's hope Archie Goodwin is okay as well, not only for Adelaide but also for the player himself. It's his 7th start of the season. That's more starts than he made in 4 seasons with the Newcastle Jets before this, due almost entirely to repetitive injuries, as that's a wasted ball over the top. Adelaide starting to shore things up. Adelaide starting to find their feet here.
Most certainly. Most certainly. But needless to say, there is so much firepower in this Victory team that Adelaide can't afford to lose focus again.
There's the live ladder for the moment, with the point having equalised. They are a point ahead of City and Western United, who they came into this level on 24, but they are a point behind Auckland, who won again by 3-0 earlier today against Melbourne City. Here's Clough. Looks up, crosses, it's a great ball! And we saw Archie Goodwin score a great header.
Well, that really was beautiful. I mean, Zach Clough can drop the ball in a 5-cent piece when needed. And the non-verbal communication between the two was just perfect. Goodwin takes up the position, spoke clearly with Clough with the eyes, and Clough responded. He couldn't control the header, the young Novocastrian.
That most recent header came against Western Sydney when they raced into a 2-goal lead when Alagic got his first ever goal. Goodwin added a second a couple of minutes later, but that day Western Sydney came away from Coopers with the win. There is Ethan Alagic. Comes from a South Australian footballing royalty family. Oh, as Ethan Cox just belts the ball straight into Bruno Fornaroli. Santos. Turns one way, then the other. Looking for Fornaroli, can't find him. Adelaide just one home win so far this season, to go with 3 draws and that defeat to Western Sydney. Their away form, 6 out of 6. Parias was a good touch. Got the better of Boss, but not the sideline. Mashash again has done well, goes again. Mashash, nice football victory.
Kikianis with a telling intervention. Mashash is so dangerous. There's so many good footballers on show here tonight. Here's 2 of them linking. Arzani, there's just a slide of foot. And Kikianis held his nerve. Mashash knew it was a tight thing, frustrated.
Corner taken short, Teague's ball in towards Brendan Hamill, who was leaping at the back post. The Reds get it clear. Rawlins all the way back with Duncan, who again, he hasn't put a glove wrong so far today, Jack Duncan. One of the goalkeepers of the season. When he was brought into Victory, basically they knew Mitch Langerak was coming. They wanted someone just to keep the seat warm. What they got was a goalkeeper on top of his game who has really made it very difficult to displace him. Here's Arzani now. Arzani accelerates. It's another good challenge from Kikianis. Clough. Parias. Beautiful feet from Dylan Parias. Stephen Moore. Well, if he'd managed to release Falami there, it could have been on, because it would have been 3-on-3. Instead now, Josh Rawlins on the charge. Well played, Kitto. And that ball given away. Fornaroli. Again, Jay Barnett stepping out importantly there. Neither side able to just control the ball momentarily.
What a great battle down the near touchline. Boss getting the better then of Parias.
A couple of speedsters.
Oh. I know he's been in the game today, Casey Boss.
Miranda. Well, he's made to work by his own team there as well.
I thought he probably kept that one in. That looked really close to me. The ball's got to go out, as he's saying. Rounding his defence to the 4th official. Strangely, the players think the 4th official couldn't do anything about it. Sympathetic here somewhere. 3
minutes of stoppage time. Now that is the entirety of the drinks break, because otherwise this game has not stopped for a second.
It's been fantastic, hasn't it?
Alagic back with Kikianis. He was beaten by Teague for the goal, Kikianis, but he's probably saved a couple of goals since then as well. Certainly efforts at goal. Now Parias looks up, crosses, it's a good ball. Oh, it's an own goal! And in the shadows of half-time, Adelaide have come from behind to lead by 2-1. And Dylan Parias gets the reward for his industry up and down this right flank in the first half.
Well, heaps of space for Parias, who instead of taking on Boss this time, just looks to centre it to the Predator. Archie Goodwin, and on the Harvey Norman replay, it's just a calamitous error between Hamill and Miranda. It beats the first post positioning of Miranda, and as Hamill goes to clear, all he can do is bounce it off The flat-out body of Miranda at the near post to give Adelaide the lead, right on the edge of half-time.
And they've done it again. Adelaide, although you do get the feeling there's a fair way to go in this one. Adelaide have conceded the opening goal 4 times before tonight for 3 wins and a draw. And here they go again. It's 6 original rivalry matches without a win against Melbourne Victory. They lost the semi-final of the Cup earlier this season. They lost the last 2 in the A-League to Melbourne Victory. Bruno Fornaroli has been having a field day since joining the Navy Blues from Perth Glory when it came to taking on the Reds. But tonight, perhaps something has changed. The Reds want that top of the table. For the moment, they have it. Here's Falami. Just seconds remaining. That's a lovely touch. Alagic for Mork. Corner.
Strong finish from Adelaide at home in front of a packed house. Turned an initial deficit to be the dominant team. Beautiful footwork there from Alagic. That shot you don't think was going to cause Duncan any trouble, but they've got some work to do now because of the corner. You'd imagine this is the last play of the game.
At least at the half. Hopefully.
Sorry, you're right.
It's been one of those games. We've had enough action for a full match. Falami. It'll have to happen quickly. Clough. How much time will referee Ali Reza Fagani add on? No more. What a breathless 48.5 minutes at Coopers Stadium. Ryan Teague's opening goal seems an awfully long time ago now. The 65th original rivalry clash has lived up to all the billing and more so far on a red-hot night at Coopers Stadium. Ryan Teague gave the away side the lead in the 18th minute. Just after the half hour, Stephen Mork equalised before that Miranda own goal in first half stoppage time means at the break it's the Reds leading the Navy Blues by 2-1. And we're going to head off to a very quick break and we will be back with the halftime show. Don't go away.
Let's kick off the halftime break and welcome our Macca's halftime Euros tonight. We've got the Inter Soccer Club now, Cam, and Metro Star Soccer Club. Let's make them feel one. And the assist of the month goes to eToro. Goals required and assists, so pursue financial goals on eToro with the assistance of over 35 million users. Ask questions, explore other investment strategies, performance and investments, get insights and ideas to build your ultimate portfolio from a wide variety of assets like global or local shares, cryptos, ETFs and more. eToro, proud sponsor of the A-Leagues. There's a mountain of football on Paramount Plus, the only way to see every A-Leagues Cornback, Matildas and Subway Socceroos game live stream. Every game, every goal and every moment live on Paramount Plus. And get ready to cheer. Just like Liberty supports the A-Leagues, they're on your team too, whether you're planning a holiday or buying a new home, they can provide the assist you need.
This year's Alex Tobin Medal is brought to you by Isuzu UTE. The winner of the prestigious award will win their choice of a brand new top-of-the-range Isuzu D-Max or 7-seat MUX. Plus, the Isuzu UTE Alex Tobin medalist will nominate a junior football club to win $10,000. Make sure you're watching this season's grand final when the winning player and club will be revealed.
Just finally, what about this? You're wearing a very important shirt at the moment. You never know, Carl might want to sub you on in the second half. It's the original rivalry. It's sold out. What do you think of the atmosphere of these Adelaide United fans?
It's good atmosphere. Like, actually, it's my first game here I've visited, and I love any sports event, so it's nice to be part of it. So good to be here and just saying everyone enjoy it.
Let's give Gravel one more mention. So when is it and how do people get involved?
Gravel is on the main thing is on the 24th, so we've got lots of information on our website, gravel.com. We do like a few days of fun stuff together, and the MC will be involved, so if you want to join.
Mate, welcome back. We love that you promote South Australia. We're so passionate, and congratulations for what you've been able to do in your career, and thanks for being here. Give it up for Valerie Riders here at Cooper Stadium. Don't forget, Gravel is back. You can get involved with Hot Gym and our Harder Wine as well. You can make it with Ninja barbecues with better electric grills at Sierra Char like a gas grill. Plus, you can also barbecue smoke and air fry outdoors, guard bashes and better with pizza ovens that give you the crispy crust, high heat roasting and smoking no matter how you're spending your time outdoors. Bring the indoors outdoors with Ninja. And the Isuzu D-Max is reinvigorated and ready for life no matter where you take it. Go your own way. Thanks again to the kids from Inter Soccer Club Mount Gambier and Metro Stars Soccer Club Mount Maccas. Half-time heroes.
Welcome back to Cooper Stadium. Ben Falami up against his old mob. He's been wreaking havoc down the left side and he was running straight at the Melbourne Victory fans in that first half, and they let him know every time he touched the ball, he should have still been in blue, according to them. He has been wreaking some havoc. It is 2-1 to Adelaide United. It has been an exciting half of football for us, Shite. Let's jump into standout moment for you, and it's a centre-back who can pass.
It's a centre-back with phenomenal distribution and penetrating passes, and that's Panakikianis. The ball he delivers here for Stephen Mork's run, I mean, that's a ball a number 10 would normally play, but he's got the vision, he's got the distribution, and having lunch today earlier with Ernest Faber, the technical director, he was opining about, for a player of his age, the distribution, his ability to hit those passes and break lines for a centre-back is phenomenal.
Assisted on the first goal, almost an assist on that one. He played that nice long ball out to Dylan Parise. He signed a 5-year deal with the Reds halfway through last year. It is the longest contract in A-League history. That's what they do here at Adelaide United. It is a very exciting time to be a Reds fan with those young players, Bruce.
Oh, absolutely, and he deserves that 5-year deal. It's part of the club's philosophy. You bring them in, you sign them up, you sell them off.
It's Bruce's philosophy. They're just carrying on with it. We'll be back with the second half in 1 minute's time. Adelaide United 2, Melbourne Victory 1. This is going to be big.
Welcome back to Cooper's Stadium. Stefan Mork on the score sheet again. 5 goals already this season. Roderick Miranda, well, on the score sheet, but not the way he would have liked. It's been a fiercely entertaining and competitive first half of football in the 65th A-League original rivalry clash between Adelaide United and Melbourne Victory. And the best thing about it, there's 45 minutes still to come. And it is the home side who have come from behind to lead at the break by 2-1 that get this second half underway. The big question is their home form has been their Achilles heel so far this season. Just 1 win at Cooper's this season in 5 attempts before tonight. Andy Harper, if they set that record straight, Carl Veert's side will be a real front runner this campaign.
And will be top of the comp at full time. It's the home form of too many teams is a massive mystery. And Adelaide have had a really good season and played some great stuff. The stat that you've just recited it's unbelievable.
6 wins out of 6 away from home for Adelaide, as well as Valadon valiantly gets the ball out to Boss. Santos, Boss again. Chips it in. Oh, and it was a good header from Freens. Falami hooks it away towards Archie Goodwin. Now, Rawlins has been caught there by Falami. Play continues. Mashash with Arzani. Mashash again. Rawlins is still down. Dylan Parias's cross was not the best. Santos appeals for a handball as Parias looks to streak away, and he might yet get away. Dylan Parias, he is lightning quick. He accelerates, he's got Goodwin ahead of him, and he almost found him. Well, it was his cross that led to that Roderick Miranda own goal. Dylan Parias. Ooh, there's that nasty one on the back of Josh Rawlins' ankle. VAR are having a look at it. I guess they are, as that's a good switch of play for Falami. Rawlins. The cross is brilliant, and the finish almost from Stefan Mork. And now Ali Reza Fagani is coming across to have a word to Ben Falami. Yellow card for the step on Josh Rawlins.
Great switch of play. It's wonderful first-time football from there. It's a great ball in. 2 from Falami, and arriving right on time was Stefan Mork, who makes great contact. What a goal that would have been.
Marzani rides the challenge of Mork and gives it away straight into Jay Barnett. Alagic with Kitto, and Mork is able to turn and go.
Sorry, Robbie, netted hit feet there. Ryan Kiddo. He's misread the room slightly.
Mashash. Good ball for Arzani. Turns inside Kikianis again. Referee tried to give the advantage as much as possible. A rare free kick in this free-flowing match of football. Mashash can't get there. Mork with Clough. Well, he was caught on his heels, Archie Goodwin. He still got there. And now the flag does go up for offside. Referee says play can continue. Now Santos, who's switched from the right flank to the left flank at the start of this second half.
He hasn't really made the most of his opportunity tonight. Looked promising to start with, but it faded as that first half developed. Santos, see if he can turn that around for his club.
Valadon. Santos back again. Melbourne Victory, who have enjoyed slightly more possession than Adelaide so far. Mashash, that's a good ball. Oh, and there was the opportunity for Santos. And a week after breaking his duck in the A-League, he can't double his goal tally.
Well, finished well last week. But that was last week. That is an amazing chance blown. Put through beautifully by Mashash.
And this, as you see, the shots at goal, 10-8 in Victory's favour. 3 apiece on target as Archie Goodwin tries to raid down the right. But this has been Victory's problem this season. Scoring goals has not been easy to come by. Mashash. He's having a good game, Zinedine Mashash. Not overdoing it. The cross in from Boss.
Needs better. Had time to set himself. You've just got to be more of a perfectionist at that point.
Hamill with Rawlins. Good touch, Arzani. Skipping away from Kitto. Mashash able to turn and face forward. It's a great ball for Fornaroli. Didn't have the legs to take on Kitto to run for goal, so look to turn back inside. He's won a throw.
I mean, you could watch, I could watch Arzani and Mashash link endlessly. It's beautiful.
They've got a corner now to continue this attack.
Another advanced position for Ryan Teague, who'll also set to take the corner. You'd imagine with that left foot of his.
Taken short. Arzani. Teague again, he's shown too much of that to Zach Clough. The pass under hit. And now the break is on. Parias screaming up the right. Archie Goodwin looking. And that's a wasted opportunity because not even Dylan Parias is that quick.
Oh, very much so. The pass under hit from Arzani to Teague, who then got caught by Clough, and the Reds are away. And Goodwin needs to do better. I was surprised he didn't. He's got a good left foot on him. I'm surprised he needed to drag that back onto his right to try and find Parias. He'd made you'd think the correct assessment that this is made for Dylan Parias, but he just couldn't find the pass. Good break for the Reds, but an even better break for Victory that they couldn't capitalise.
Barnett back with Panakikianis. Bart Freens. Dylan Parias. Gets through so much running every match, Dylan Parias. Asked to do so much by the Adelaide coaching staff. Valami straight past Arzani. Oh, and Ryan Teague read him like a book. His former teammate knew exactly what he was thinking. Mashash now for Fornaroli. Good use of the body, Fornaroli. Well, the ideas are still there, the strength, but not the pace. And now, really helter-skelter at the moment. Both sides desperate to try and attack. Ryan Teague, who is the classic box-to-box. From one end to the other, is can't hear mumbling his way back towards the halfway line. A little word to his assistants who are still there, Travis Dodd, Eugene Galekovic. Adelaide have the corner. Zach Clough will come across to take. Great to see as the sun sets over Coopers. A full house. The Red Army is who they are. And Clough. Ball to the back post. The header back. Well, that was the idea. Just not the numbers in the right places in the end. We're going to have our first change. So there will be no goal in a fifth consecutive A-League original rivalry match for Bruno Fornaroli. He is replaced by Nikolaos Vergos, the Greek striker. He'll be looking to add to his 2 goals this season. He hasn't scored in his last 6, though, for Melbourne Victory. Goodwin. Oh, Goodwin might yet break through. And it's Valadon who was vigilant.
Necessary double cut there from Valadon. A speculative toe poke at the ball to dispossess the Victory defence, and Valadon wasn't alert to that possibility. Goodwin's one-on-one with the keeper.
Ben Falami offside when he received that from Archie Goodwin. We have seen a lot more of Archie Goodwin on the ball in this second half than we did in the first 45.
Asleep at the wheel there, Ben Falami. There to adjust himself by Almeida to keep Victory under pressure. Has been very dangerous though for Adelaide tonight. He's had a good game. He's threatened. Adelaide have found him on numerous occasions in good space, and he's done well with the space he's had. So far, only missing piece is the important bit. An assist or a goal that has caused Victory plenty of headaches.
Mashash with Arzani. He looks up, it's a good cross, back post. Casey Boss was arriving. Now Santos. I guess you could almost call that a switch of play. I'm not sure he'd want it noted down as a cross. Now another one for Goodwin to chase. Hamill under pressure, deals with it. Rawlins as well. He's been in the walls a little bit, Josh Rawlins. But he invited the challenge from Mork there. He didn't jump.
If Stefan Mork makes clear contact with the head, I'd like to think he's going to be allowed to get away with that.
Double change coming. And Ben Falami is not going to get the chance to score against his former club. He makes way for Yaya Dukuli, and Archie Goodwin makes way for Luka Jovanovic, who is coming off goals in each of his last 2 appearances against MacArthur and the Phoenix, both 2-1 victories. As Vergos wins the corner, both winners from Luka Jovanovic, and both late on in the last 2 weeks. great comeback from the young number 9 as well, after having a bit of a dummy spit earlier this season and being dropped from the side by Carl Veert for a couple of matches. Ryan T. That's a good ball. Boss's header. Cleared by Clough, and now Rawlins. Straight back for Ryan T. He's got Mashash short, the little 1-2, intercepted by Kitto. Well played, Arzani. Blocked by Yaya Dukuli. Now Mashash accelerates. Mashash, the cutback towards Brendan Hamill, I think it was, who'd stayed forward. Victory just slowing things down until everyone can get back into position. Here's Dukuli. Scored on his first appearance this season in the 4-0 victory over the Mariners. Has appeared off the bench in every game since then. The 6th consecutive match for Yaya Dukuli, who's back after that rather unhappy spell at French club Reims, where he went with Mo Toure. Ball over the top for Parias, the ever-willing runner down that right-hand side against Boss again. Parias does well. Palmed away by Duncan.
Well, it's another beautiful bit of distribution out of the back from Kikianis. Isuzu UTE spoke at half-time about it, and he's bang on. Kikianis to Parias, and Duncan swatting the ball away.
Clough to deliver again. The last one went very deep indeed. This one goes near post. Now Ryan Teague has stayed down and not moved. That was a very solid collision at the near post, I think, with the teammate. And his teammates came across quite concerned. He's holding his ribs on his left-hand side. Have a look at this. And there's the solid contact with Virgos. Let's head down during this little break to Max Burford and Bruce Jitte, who are on the sidelines. What have you made of this start to the second half, gentlemen?
It feels, Bruce, I mean, I'm not the expert, you are, but it feels still like Adelaide is in the advantage here. What needs to change for Melbourne Victory, whether it be off the bench or tactically, to get them back in the game, get that crowd over there that they have? They're just as loud as the Reds fans. They want to be screaming for something. What needs to change?
Well, if it was up to me, there's a weapon on that Victory bench in Nishan Velupillay, who will add a significant amount of pace that I don't think the front third currently have. That could cause some damage to Adelaide United, but you're right. There's a lot of tired bodies out there. The energy that was expended in the first half has sapped them a little bit. It would feel that way, but it's, for me, Adelaide United, Melbourne Victory this second half, it is a bit 50-50, but it'll be interesting to see how the game changes after the drinks break this half as well.
Thank you, Max. Thank you, Bruce. Yes, the drinks break perhaps had an impact in the first half. Certainly Melbourne Victory were right on top when the drinks break arrived. Adelaide's 2 goals came after that period. And here they come again. Clough. It's not a bad ball. Dukuli looking to get on the end of it. Hamill's header away. Dukuli heads around Arzani. Gets the cut back. Valadon's header. Alagic straight back towards Jovanovic. He's a busy striker. Jovanovic can play back to goal as well. Oh, and Dukuli took his eyes off it for a moment. Kitto, though, 2-on-1 there. Kitto drives it in. Great header from Miranda. Moore He straightens up, crosses, and Duncan stretches and grabs it.
Well, didn't that tackle need to be made then by Jay Barnett? Santos was just about to nick that ball free, and Victory survive. Stretched at the back. Nice work from Stephen Mork. In the end, it's diffused by the very safe hands of Jack Duncan, who launches immediately to try and release Santos. Look at the space in front. Jay Barnett doesn't make that tackle. And it's Vreens v Santos. And in a foot race, if it turns into that with enough space, you'd have to back Santos. And a huge moment there, saved by Jay Barnett.
And perhaps why Bart Vreens was celebrating the challenge as well. Cox under pressure. Gets it clear. It's a good ball for Clough. Parias. Clough has it back with time to cross. We know he can be precise, but not on this occasion.
What a poor outcome for Adelaide. Credit to Victory, who recovered, I guess, enough bodies into enough space to maybe take some of the concentration away from Zach Clough. It was a pretty limp effort in the end. His Teague getting two in the back and a little bit of pepper and one or two other condiments to go with it from Stephen Mork.
Well, the character of Stephen Mork is to leave nothing out on the pitch, and if you can, let your opposition player know about it as well. Jovanovic just forcing Clough to stretch, but Barnett takes over, and that's a poor pass, and he knows it.
Another great opportunity. Again, to that drinks break, it might take that little moment for the players to reset. The game is stretched, there are spaces available, but is it early fatigue that is taking the technique away at key moments for some players?
Well, we've got about 3.5 minutes until the drinks break, midway through the second half. Miranda, good switch. Arzani. Arzani's cross is not a bad ball. Back post. Oh, great header. And Santos. Well, if ever there was a way to plant yourself in the heart of Melbourne Victory fans, it's a goal against Adelaide. And Claris Mario Santos, the Brazilian, has done just that. 2 goals in 2 for him. And Victory are back level.
Well, he had a great chance earlier, which he completely mucked up. The Harvey Norman replay shows a really dangerous pass. Excellent from Arzani. Virgos takes the initial defender away, and it takes something quite superhuman from there. All he's missing is the cape, but Superman arrives on the back post, and at the Vidmar end of the ground, with a very healthy collection of Victory travelling fans are amassed. That is the way to leapfrog yourself into cult hero status. It's a superb header from Santos.
And before we get back underway, we will have the drinks break. So, what a moment. And now, with the drinks break, Adelaide will have a couple more minutes just to ruminate over conceding that equalising goal. And for Melbourne Victory to have a word with Arthur Dillis, it's a bit like a timeout. Let's head back down to the sidelines to see what the stadium has made of that one.
Shell-shocked for 80% of it, and the 20% sitting over there in the corner are very, very overjoyed. They were all out of their seats. They've been out of their seats the entire game, to be honest. They make enough noise to pretend that it's a home game, the Victory fans. They are pumped. Bruce, this Adelaide United team, they have a history of doing this. They get up at home. The last few weeks, the Sydney result, the Western Sydney result, they get up, they drop off, they can't defend a lead at the moment. Why?
Hard to say. They're struggling to close out games. We were just speaking on the bench a bit earlier about, what other subs does Carl make, and I was saying Isaias, you get an experienced player on, big game, last 20 or 30 odd minutes, you can see the game out with a player like that, but maybe that changes again. It's 2-2 now. Melbourne Victory will have the ascendancy, I assume, at the end of this drink break, but as Robbie said, it's like a mini timeout. This is where the coaches earn their money.
Does a coach say to his players, let's not go into our shells here? Because that's the thing that Adelaide's done when they've conceded in recent weeks.
I don't think there's any room to go into your shell in the original rivalry. Back to you, Robbie.
Thank you, gentlemen. Yes, there certainly is not. This is a fixture that rewards the brave, not the conservative. Arzani's touch. Mashash. Oh, that's clever play again. Mashash and Arzani combining. The ball for Burgos. Mashash has been flattened in the back plate as it's the Reds' turn to try and counter-punch here. DeCooley against Rawlins. Down to the byline. Corner for the home team.
Well, fasten the seatbelts, I reckon, for the 20-odd minutes to come. Those players who are able to run the game out, they'll be getting some tired bodies at the end of this hugely congested piece of scheduling, the summer of football. Players being held together by Scotchguard in some instances, and the heat tonight will have some impact as we get through the 80 and towards the 90 minutes. But don't expect any of the players to ask for help. They'll fight right to the end on this one. It's been a great game so far. Honours split at the moment. A key interception again from Kikianis. Who will prevail here at Coopers?
As Mashash just looked up there to see who was getting away. He's been coming off in around this time in matches. Zinedine Mashash, he's claiming he got an elbow from Kikianis. The fourth official, Daniel Cook, is trying to just keep him from returning to play just yet. Alagic, as Mashash does rejoin the fray. Barnett looks up the switch. Brilliant. Misread by Santos. Clough for DeCooley. They're in behind them here, Adelaide. The comeback, it's brilliant. They're queuing up, and it's in. Barely 2 minutes after conceding the equalizer, and it's the hometown boy, Ethan Alagic. That family name that rings football in Adelaide has given them the lead straight back again.
Well, it's a huge goal for an emerging player on a massive night. So much can go wrong at that point. DeCooley stays onside. And as Reds players converge on the cutback from Yaya, Ethan Alagic, with eyes the size of satellite dishes, says, "This one's mine." And in she goes. Adelaide edge clear in this colossal contest at Coopers.
Well, Duncan Mayfield, he had it covered as he headed to his left before the defenders doing everything they could. Adelaide through and through. There you go. 2 goals in a matter of weeks for Ethan Alagic, and what a season he's having as well. He's played every single match so far for Adelaide. Has been a rock in midfield. And he has delivered a moment of pure joy for those fans. And victory and Arthur Dillis will be asking themselves the question again. They may well and truly love roller coaster rides, but perhaps with a different outcome.
Well, Takuli, it could have all come crashing down if Takuli is lazy. But he adjusts his position to stay onside. And the Victory defensive line was slightly broken as well, but that's a moot point. Santos takes his leave.
Nishan Velupillay comes on for Arzani. Jingrees for Santos. It's attacking changes. No Reno Piscopo, of course. They want to give him a week off to try and get 100% fit again. It's been an in and out season for Piscopo.
Well, 74 play. Huge anticipation for this game. 3-2, good goals. More in it still. Go through the 20 years of the A-League, and I defy anyone to find a dark Victory Adelaide game. A couple of blowouts for circumstances well documented. But this is just something so special. Now, can Victory rise again?
You can hear the Adelaide supporters have found their voice. They started this contest with 3 straight wins back in season 1. All by 1-0 over Melbourne Victory. It set the tone for this rivalry. Victory between 2007 and 2010. 10 consecutive wins in the original rivalry. And ever since then, it's been a very contested fixture.
And the Stephen Moore monopoly on current Adelaide players scoring in this fixture is now broken. It's the big issues that concern us here.
And now Jingrees. Closed down by Freeds. Rees has done well. He crosses near post! And the flag is up for offside, perhaps a little bit earlier, but it was Nishan Velupillay looking to get on the end of it.
Brian Kiddo's asked for help. Where's the offside here? Rees gives and goes, and that's where the offside line is broken.
Kitto back to his feet, didn't require any medical assistance, so can stay on the field of play, but has used up a good minute. Ethan Cox says, let's not muck around with it at the back. Been a pretty eventful second A-League match for Ethan Cox as well. The young Holyrood, just 20 years of age.
Boss didn't see the reverse pass there, or the return pass for Burgos.
Burgos gets it that time and gets it back from Valadon. Well played, Burgos, but he needs to find an option quicker than that. Adelaide have numbers back. Brian Teague, good switch for Jingrees. Mashash wants it and gets it on the edge of the area with Rawlins. Mashash again, looks up, crosses, it's a good ball, back post. Velupillay got his head on it but couldn't control it. Adelaide long for Jovanovic. Jovanovic still. Coolly done by Jack Duncan. Valadon, Burgos, Mashash, back Burgos, free kick. It was Mashash who was hit late, I think by Ryan Kitto. More substitutions coming now as Victory will prepare an attacking free kick.
Kiddo reaching in, conceding the foul.
It is Captain Ryan Kitto making way for Adelaide's all-time most A-League appearance maker in the Spaniard, Isaias. And another of the local boys also coming on. Mind you, Isaias is almost a local boy now after so many years with Adelaide. Zach Clough wasn't his best performance today. A couple of nice balls in. Johnny Yull comes on to replace him for the last 11 or 12 minutes. Isaias, who takes another match closer, match number 277 for Adelaide, closer to Eugene Galekovic's 285 all competitions appearance high mark. He's already overtaken him in the A-League. Now they need his steadying influence, all that experience. Ethan Alagic has gone to left back as Johnny Yull for Stephen Moore. De Cooley's trip, referee says nothing in it. The cutback, oh, and Luka Jovanovic. It was a good opportunity for the young striker.
Well, that's his bread and butter. Victory's defence again came apart. Adelaide probably seal the points with a goal there, as it is. Valupale is launched. There's the contact to Ryan Teague on De Cooley. Ref says play on. Victory do play on and sweep upfield.
And now they have a corner with which to try and get back on level terms again. Nishan Valupale. Curls it in. It's a good ball as well towards Hamill and Miranda. Isaias sliding in. Valupale's first ever A-League goal came in an original rivalry match. For the moment, though, it's Adelaide leading by 3 goals to 2. It's Adelaide sitting top of the standings. A point ahead of Auckland if it stays this way. Melbourne Victory miss out on the chance to close the gap on Sydney, perhaps even overtake Sydney and MacArthur into the 6. But there's plenty of time for that to change again. Here's Teague. Turns, Valupale. For Jing Reese. Against Alagic. That's ambitious from Reese, but he's applauded by his teammates. Looking for his first goal in Melbourne Victory colours. Alagic. It's another great ball for Stephen Moore, who's still full of running more. Can he find an option? He can't, not this time.
He's stayed on the field longer than most games this season. It's just another strong run out of midfield, and Baladon close at hand. I mean, he just covers a lot of territory. Obviously Stephen Moore, but Geordie Baladon, he's up and down that field.
Yull does well, finds De Cooley. Yaya De Cooley. Saved by Duncan, too close to the keeper.
And despite making space to deliver that ball, you'd fancy that Josh Rawlins had just cut the angle off enough so that De Cooley couldn't hit the ball back on an angle.
Velupale again. De Cooley. Foul by Virgos, back doing the defending. Well, we've already had a 7-goal thriller today, with Brisbane Roar getting their first win of the season over Sydney. 3 goals for Auckland against Melbourne City, 3 goals for the Central Coast Mariners over Western Sydney, 3-1. Western United 3-1 over the Jets, and we've got another 3-2 here.
Well, it's a 15-goal haul over the 3 games to Sabo in the A-League. Stunning result, thoroughly deserved for Auckland against Melbourne City. Brisbane with their first win. Sydney running hard late, but left it too late. And this one still with a few twists to come, you'd imagine.
Rawlins with Hamill. There is still plenty of time. We will have, well, at least 3 minutes for the drinks break to be added on, perhaps a little bit more as well. Parias gliding past Miranda. The cutback appeals for a penalty from Jovanovic. The follow-up from Isaias. Can't hit the target, and now Mashash leading the charge. Measuring the ball for Velupale. Bart Vriens does very, very well. This game, just from one end to the other, in this heat as well. "29 degrees now, still, after being 33 at kickoff. Isaias for Alagic, the match winner at the moment, Ethan Alagic. Jovanovic wanted it cut back a little bit more. Johnny Yull was looking for his first ever goal. They all want to add their name to the list of original rivalry goal scorers. Victory. Don't mind if it's a repeat offender or a debut goal scorer, I imagine. Teague and Santos so far. They need another. Jing Rees can't control. Just misread the flight of the ball to be in that position.
Yeah, perhaps his starting position is not wide enough. Shouldn't be really, if you're playing and been deployed as a wide player, have to turn around and chase a pass like that.
Fifth and final substitution for Carl Veart. Stefan Mork again will come off before the full-time whistle, but what a job he gets through while out there. Ryan White comes on to replace him for his first taste of original rivalry football. A 9th appearance off the bench for him this season. Mashash likewise will make way as Arthur Dillis plays his final cards. Fabian Monge and Josh Insera into the contest. Fresh legs in midfield and at right back. Josh Insera, just his second ever A-League match after 14 minutes against the Mariners last season. The Paramount Plus player index Ryan Teague, who, like Stephen Mork, has got through a mountain of work in the middle of the park. He can add a goal, like Stephen Mork, to his tally as well. Santos and Alagic, goal scorers too. Daniel Arzani was very lively, but unfortunately for Daniel Arzani, no goal to show. Hamill. Virgos looking for the free kick. Hamill continuing his run. Free kick given. Adelaide can't believe it. Isaias has inherited the captain's armband. Well, there's the foul by Kikianas. The choir boy innocent appeal to Ali Reza Fagani, not fooling the Iranian referee. Now who wants this? Virgos is there, so is Ryan Teague. Now is he going to become a free kick taker as well? Ryan Teague in this side. He steps over. It's Valupale. Took an edge off the wall. Corner to follow. Real pressure cooker situation here. Teague's ball in is a good one. The header, Miranda was there. Boss still. White hooks the ball away. Insera. Casey Boss, referee allows play to continue. The advantage, Jing Rees helps it wide with Teague. It's a good ball. Valadon comes short. Teague almost gave it away with the step overs. The pass wasn't an easy one for Fabian Monge. Insera inserts himself and Valadon takes over. Victory are coming home strong.
No, it's terrifically positive play from Insera off the bench, looking to make an impact, keep his team's hopes alive.
Here he is again, Insera, near post. Valupale. Oh, he did well to get the cross in. It's another corner.
Adelaide players with an appeal that the ball had already gone out. Match officials say corner. Tense times for the Reds.
Teague again. We're into stoppage time, of which there are 6 minutes. The header back across. Jing Rees is there. Cox Kane didn't get there. Valupale. And the Socceroo can't direct his free header on target.
Well, contest at the back. It's kept alive. Jing Rees throws himself. And as to his technique has completely evaded him, which drags a wry smile from the coach, Arthur Dillis. A golden moment to equalise.
A right smile from the coach, an eye roll from Bruce.
It was in the background sitting. He's got just about the best seat in the house, you two. Max Burford and Bruce Jitte alongside Arthur Dillis there. The header from Rees forward. Alagic. He's had another great game. Strong from Isaias. But referee Ali Reza Fagani saw an earlier foul now. It'll be Victory's free kick to take. Ryan Teague looks up. He's waiting for Hamill and Miranda to get forward. Floated forward. Misjudged by Hamill. Boss gets there. What a battle that's been all night between Boss and Parias. The throw. Valupale. Valupale into the area. It's a great run. Oh, he did everything so well, Nishan Valupale. Isaias and Freens trying to get in his head. Tempers fraying. A little bit of tension and friction is no stranger to this one.
Well, he was so close for Lupulay. So close. He backed himself to navigate the narrow corridor. Beautiful potential roll of the ball, but just couldn't quite get past Jay Barnett. So he gets the wobbly boot. Must be exhausted. Issa.
Well, he was laughing on his way down. Well, you can see how much it means. Listen to the noise inside a sold-out Coopers Stadium. The Victory fans have been exceptional. The home crowd, every bit as much. What do Victory have left? Arthur Dillis. Is there going to be at least a point in this for Melbourne Victory? Or is it going to be another defeat? One that confirms their place despite all their attacking swagger when they come forward. They are conceding too many goals at crucial moments as well, just before half-time, just after equalising. Carl Veart desperate for the full-time whistle. Alligic up the line. Insera does well. Burgos trying to get there. A mad scramble for every ball. Jovanovic. Good play from Luka Jovanovic. De Cooley heads for the corner flag to try and wind down the clock. Good strength. It's going to be a throw for Victory though. Insera to take. Miranda wanted it desperately. They need it up the other end of the field. Burgos' header. Barnett back. Ryan White's there, battling. The Reds have it back again. Free kick goes Victory's way for handball from Yaya De Cooley as he fell on the ball. Last chance for Victory. On the charge. Valupule. Valadon just keeps popping up everywhere. In fact, it's Fabian Monge that time as Casey Boss gives it away. The 6 minutes are up. The match is up. It's victory for Adelaide, who end a run of 5 without a win against their arch enemies, Melbourne Victory. They are top of the table and will be after round 15 of this incredible 20th season of the Isuzu UTE A-League. Arthur Dillis. It's now 6 matches without a win as head coach of Melbourne Victory. And once again they led. They led early in this one. But Adelaide, in front of a full house at home, were not to be denied. After Teague had fired Victory in front, Mork and that Miranda own goal just before half-time meant that Adelaide had their noses in front of the break. Santos had given Victory hope, only for the local boy, Richie Alligic's son, Ethan Alligic, to net the winner 19 minutes from time. And despite everything Victory threw at Adelaide, there was no way through. The Reds held firm. The Reds are top of the table. The Reds have won here at Coopers by 3 goals to 2.